Hey guys, welcome back to Mischief Finance. Richie here. We're going to talk about my favorite thing in the entire world. That's right, goddamn cryptocurrency. We should be live. Let me know if you're hearing me loud and clear. Just going to check I'm using the right mic. We look good. Everything should be fine. Cool. So this is our weekly live. I was unavailable last week, but back again. So all good there. So if you are watching live, then get into the comments on X or on YouTube and let me know if you are in and watching, and we'll get started with today's stream. We'll be having WiseDJ and Crypto Arborist joining a little bit later on, which is all good as well. Maybe millions. Let me check over millions. I'm not sure if you saw my message. You didn't? Don't think so. Maybe you didn't see the message. But yeah, so we will see WiseDJ joining in a bit, and also Mr. Arborist too. So for today, are you a fan of the memes? Fan of the memes, I guess. Yeah. Who doesn't, who doesn't like a good meme? So yeah, sure. Why not? You mean the memes or the meme coins? So in today's video, what I want to do is we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. I want to go over what's been happening with SuiTrump and SUEDEX, because I've been building a lot of new launch material for SuiTrump that I want to show you first. And then we're going to talk about some good news with SUEDEX. Then we're going to be covering a lot of different protocols. Topaz is a Binance Smart Chain yield farm, which is launching this weekend. We'll be talking about Topaz. I want to go through their launch partners who they're launching with, so you can maybe prepare a little bit for what to expect for that. Brett's in the memes for life. Blue Chip Drip is in. Hello, Blue Chip Drip. Thoughts on Forg? Never heard of Forg. I'm guessing it might be on Pulse Chain if that's looking at your avatar there. Forg. I'll have to check it out. On Pulse Chain, I'm a Grace currency guy. That's my big one. Here's WiseDJ. He's here. Hello, WiseDJ. How you doing? He's there. He must be there. You all right, man? Oh, you sound a bit robotic. Not sure. He'll get his stuff together. Don't worry. But yeah, so what I want to do actually to begin is I want to give you guys a heads up on what's going on with SuiTrump today. So what have I been building? So let me share my screen and I'll get into showing you this. Share screen. So I was thinking, what to build for SuiTrump, which would be really good for current holders and also can bring in a new wave of brand new holders into SuiTrump, right? So this is our coin here, SuiTrump coin on Sui Chain. So it's what we launched in October 2024, running strong today, about $150,000 market cap. And our burn tracker is continuing to work. There's the SuiTrump app. Our burns are up to now 5.3% of the entire supply now has been bought and burned through SUEDEX fees for SuiTrump, which is great. So this is continuing to go up. I do have another burn to do today, so we'll be getting that done as well. And that's all good there. And what I was thinking, to do with SuiTrump is, what can I build which can reward current holders of SuiTrump? Of course, we know that we already have yield farms available through SUEDEX where you can passively earn by supplying liquidity for SuiTrump. But a lot of people have been asking me for over a year now, where is the single stake for SuiTrump, right? And I wanted to make something for SuiTrump which wasn't just, sorry, just a Ponzi, lock your funds, get your high APR, and then maybe win or lose, right? What I wanted to make for SuiTrump in terms of a single stake is something that's sustainable, where a SuiTrump holder doesn't have to lose any of their coin to earn from single staking it, which doesn't really happen usually in most DeFi single stake, right? Usually you stake in, your deposit is burned on stake, and then you just take out your passive income, hoping that you're going to make up more than you made from your deposit in. But what I wanted to build for SuiTrump is a simple stake idea, where whatever you stake into the single stake, you will get that principal investment 100% back out with zero fee, and you will earn the rewards as well. Now, of course, in a perfect world, that would be great, but in a DeFi world, that's kind of impossible because where's that money going to come from? Where would that be funded from, right? So I had to make another mechanism on top of it to make sure that we can continue to fund rewards into the single stake as well. So actually, it's a two-pronged launch. One part is completely finished. The other part, I would say, is 80% done. I'm going to show you the single stake, and then I'm going to show you the infrastructure on top of the single stake as well, of how it's going to work as well today. And it's all involved inside the SuiTrump app. So we'll go into the app, and then we'll know exactly what's going on. So WiseDJ, did you figure out your issues?
Yeah, I'm actually switching from my cell phone to my laptop, so I'll be back in like 1 minute.
Okay, no problem, no problem. I just go through. Yeah, so this is SuiTrump app. It's an app that we built for the SuiTrump community, which allows the user to use all DeFi tools which are available to SuiTrump, and some of them we actually made ourselves. So what you can do here is, of course, you can swap SuiTrump. It goes between 3 different dexes. We have the CETA's liquidity for SuiTrump, the SUEDEX V3 liquidity for SuiTrump, and also the V3, which we're going to talk about when we talk about SuiTrump, SuiDEX, as well, is actually available from this. So depending on what you're swapping, so say you take 8 Sui, you'll always see like where is it going to go. This time it's going 100% through CETA's. You always get the best price. There's no aggregation fee or nothing that's taken from the SuiTrump swapper, which makes it the cheapest and best place to always buy your SuiTrump, essentially. We have limit buy, where you can limit buy SuiTrump, Sui, or Victory Coin with a limit buy. So if you want to get a cheaper price on your purchase, then you can buy in, set what price you want to buy it at. You can check out the charts and things here. We have, of course, the earn section where you can zap your tokens into SuiTrump SUEDEX pools, which are V2. Then once you're zapped in, you can compound your positions back into the pools that you want, just to grow your. He was like 4 times louder than you. I can turn myself up. I got the technology. Is that better? Maybe I'm louder now. I don't want to be too loud, Brett. Blow your eardrums. So the earn section, yeah, so it's a one-stop place where you can farm. This is an infrastructure which we built in October last year, in terms of the SuiDEX. The ability to compound and zap and things is now about just over 1 month old now that we've had this. And I do have this here, simple state, coming soon. We have V3, which we'll talk about very soon. You have the stats page where you can look at what's happening with SuiTrump today. We are down 2.35% today, but overall, over the last 30 days, we've been doing very well. We're up 24% in the last 30 days, which is nice to see. We're getting a nice pump on the Trump. We have the burn tracker. We have the raffle, which continues to run. I do have to fix one thing in the raffle, which will be done. Elysius Sui told me about it, because he holds now a streak of 15 days. And that means that he gets rewarded in tickets for that. When you hit 15 days, you're supposed to get sent to you $200 worth of tickets. But something broke, so I will be sending those tickets to Elysius. I'm fixing that hopefully today. I'll get that done. But this is running. What you can do is, by buying SuiTrump in the swapper, you can then use the raffle and earn daily. There's 50,000 SuiTrump to win, which is about $1.50. And weekly, there's 20 Sui to win, which is about $20, right? Sui today $1.20, so more than $20, $22, right? And this draws weekly, this draws daily. If you buy into the daily race, of course, you're already included in the weekly race. The weekly jackpot finishes in 60 hours. And so for this week, we've had $3,149 worth of tickets bought for this, 807 tickets. The leader at the moment is 4208 with 126 tickets. Good job there, 428. All good there. And we have the leaderboard, which is very important for what we're going to be talking about with the single stake and the infrastructure I've built on top of the single stake. And if you want to find out more, just some simple docs to find out what's going on. So let's begin by me first explaining what is the single stake mechanism. I think it's this one. Right, good. Let me just refresh this. So the single stake will be found in the stake section on the dApp, and this is single stake here. What is it? How does it work? So this is already running on testnet. I just need to send it for audit and we're good. The way it works is that it accepts SuiTrump token only as a single stake option, right? So you just single stake your SuiTrump into the contract. When you stake into the contract, you have to decide how long you want to lock your SuiTrump for. There's, as I said, there's no fee and there's no tax on going in or going out of the single stake contract. I chose 3 periods. There's a 30-day stake, a 90-day stake, and a half-year stake. So for example, if I come in here and I decide to go into the 180-day stake and I take, 1 million SuiTrump into here, then that will stake it in. I'll get the largest APR portion. As currently, I've seeded this with 100 million. I was trying to put in more, actually. Oh, I didn't press send in. You see the APR go up here. So my idea for seeding it is, of course, I have the reward pool is what pays the SuiTrump stakers, right? Now, there we go. I've increased the reward pool. So my idea for launch is I want to seed around about 200 million SuiTrump token. I'm going to fund between $3 to $5 million worth of victory. And you see here, there's a third pool, which is the partner pool. It says here, I just put a random test coin called coffee, right? This could be any coin. And the way the third pool works is it has to be given to me by different coin communities, right? And then I'm going to put it into the single stake contract and it's going to go to all single stake stakers. I think WiseDJ's back. How are you doing now, WiseDJ?
I'm doing good. Still getting some streams set up. I'm streaming this to the Telegram groups and X and Kick and YouTube. So nice. I will chime in once those are all fully going.
Okay. So yeah, the third pool will be partner pool, and it's going to work a little bit differently. The pool's set up for, like, if people want to get into like specifics of how does that work. The idea that I've coded this with is that it can never run to zero. It runs on a 90-day 90-day cycle. So it looks at the contract looks, can I pay? What APR would I give to pay out for 90 days, right? So for example, this is day 1 of the contract. It's got 200 million SuiTrump, 3 million victory, and coffee in here as well. I think there's about $500 of coffee, right? And then it's going to think, the contract's going to think, okay, so for 90 days, I'm going to be able to pay out this much reward pool tokens. After 1 day of claiming, it's going to reassess this and say, okay, for the next 90 days, how much money can I pay out? So as the reward pool goes down, of course, the APR will go down from the initial seed of the beginning of the contract. But this contract is refillable. I can refill it at any time with victory or SuiTrump. And I can, of course, work with different communities in the Sui ecosystem and see which projects are interested in being shown on the SuiTrump app as a reward pool, right? The reward pool is different. It runs on a set time. So this reward pool I set for 30 days. So it's going to pay out the entirety of the reward pool over a 30-day period. Once that reward pool is done, we sweep the vault and then we replace the partner coin with another coin, meaning that people who stake their SuiTrump with no fee and no tax are able not only to earn more SuiTrump and some victory, but they're also able to get exposure to other projects on the Sui ecosystem and DCA through staking into those as well. So whatever the partner pool will be, and sometimes there won't be a partner pool, sometimes there will be. It will just be like an added bonus, and then that's where we can now work to advertise other projects on Sui as well. So the way it works is, for example, I take 1 million Sui here, I choose 180 days, I come here, and I simply, it's on testnet, so we should be on testnet, yeah. And then we just stake it in. And that's it, there's no fee, that's just gone into the contract, and your stake will then appear at the bottom here. Here's my stake. So I have one stake I made earlier that is for 100,000 SuiTrump. That'll be done 176 days. This one will be done in 179 days. If you wait the 180 days, then your lock unlocks. You take back your full amount, your principal investment of SuiTrump, back into your wallet, and that's you done with the single stake. If you decide, hang on a minute, I need money. I staked, say even you did a 30-day stake, right? So say we take another 1 million and we go into this 30-day stake, and you stake in for 30 days. But then 2 weeks later, SuiTrump is either pumped ridiculously high and it's actually worth more than when you put it in, right? By more than double, or you just need the money for whatever reason. You can emergency unstake, but the emergency unstake is going to take 50% of your SuiTrump. So the only fee that ever exists in this contract is if you end your stake early, 50% fee, and that 50% remains in the reward pools. So there's no developer fee for me. There is no tax on anything. It is a complete, honest, simple stake mechanism. And that's how it runs. So of course, to do something like this, we need the reward pools to continually have new money coming in so that new stakers are attracted to come and simple stake your SuiTrump coin, which is really important, right? If any questions about this part of the simple stake, let me know. I think it's pretty simple. The whole aim was to make something that's simple, feeless, somewhere where people can just put their loose SuiTrump, stake it in, and earn on it, right? Which I think is great for the token, because it means that instead of just holding the liquid, if we come to, for example, the leaderboard, you can see, we have different users of SuiTrump with, 67 million here held as just SuiTrump, 61 million, 52 million, 51 million, 50 million, 172 million. Of that, 121 million is in his wallet, right? And 51 million is in LP. All SuiTrump users who are active are tracked in our leaderboard, right? So that means that they'll have somewhere to put their SuiTrump. And the last thing about this contract, which makes it very strong, is that I've put a cap on deposits, which I can raise whenever I want or lower if that has not been met yet. So, for example, if I put the cap at 500 million SuiTrump, which would be 5% of the supply, that means that after cap is met, no more people can enter the single stake, meaning anyone who's already in is managing to fearlessly earn on their SuiTrump coin, and other people have to join a waiting list waiting for me to raise the cap. And I would only raise the cap if the reward pools are high enough to allow good APR to be paid to the people who got in early and believed in this single stake contract. So this is finished. It's going for audit, and once the audit comes back, it will launch, but it cannot launch until I also add the second layer, which would be focused on building the reward pool. And that's the second part we're going to talk about. So any questions on that, let me know before we move into part two. Some question, will single stake tree be available? If Peter gives me some tree, we will put it in the single stake reward pool. But this is a SuiTrump contract. This is what I've built by myself, so it's for SuiTrump, to be clear. SuiTrump and Tree, let's go. Yes, Tree is a great coin. It is an awesome coin. What do you recommend from Brett Prince? Hello, Brett Prince. What do you recommend to zap into, USDC or Sui for newcomers? Well, that's a big question because we don't know what Sui is going to do in the next 12 months. If you're bearish on Sui, then zap into SuiTrump USDC. If you're bullish on Sui, then zap into SuiTrump Sui, basically. That's why we have two pools. One is for people who are bearish and want to protect their SuiTrump value. Then they pair with USDC. If you really think Sui is going to do very well in the upcoming year, then pair SuiTrump with Sui and then get potential upside of both tokens moving up. Because if Sui goes up in price, of course, SuiTrump will be pulled up in price too. If Sui goes down in price, then SuiTrump will be pulled down in price. Because, of course, Sui has a much larger market cap than SuiTrump. Okay, so if there's no questions, no other questions on this one, then I want to talk about the second layer for SuiTrump, which is called Trumpagotchi. That's right. It's inspired by the iconic, memorable 90s handheld game called Tamagotchi, which I'm sure everyone knows was a small pet which you own, feed, look after, and enjoy holding while you live your life, right? So I've created a pet Trump essentially called Trumpagotchi. So Trumpagotchi is a livable representation of your SuiTrump holdings, not just your liquid holdings, your liquidity, your burns, your single stake balance. All of it adds to your SuiTrump Trumpagotchi tier. And the tier is why I built this leaderboard here, which has now existed for about a month and a half now. So the leaderboard is key. Once the single stake launch, you see here I have wallet balance, SUEDEX LP balance, SUEDEX LP, V3 LP, which is the SUEDEX V3, which we'll talk about, and also my burn balance, right? 418 million burned by me. More actually, it's not found at all. So that will also be part of it. And to talk a little bit about why I decided also to make Trumpagotchi, we have this. Let me find it. Okay, so this is Sui Overflow 2026, which is a competition which Sui are running, and their headline partner is Walrus. Walrus is a data layer storage part of the Sui network, which is really handy for dealing with Trumpagotchi based technology. So I had a look through this. I'm in the process of registering. I just want to get my UI looking a little bit better for Trumpagotchi. They have total prices of
Richie, can you hear me good?
Yeah, you sound good, man.
Right
They have
on.
prices of up to $500,000 in different prizes, and they have different tracks, including Walrus. They have a DeFi track. They have a Deepbook track as well. So my plan is with the Trumpagotchi is to enter it into the Walrus with AI track, because Trumpagotchi is also going to be leveraging AI as well for their identity engine, which would be the identity of your Trumpagotchi. So without further ado, I just want to tell you and show you what is Trumpagotchi.
And Richie, real quick, at the end of all this, I have updates from the Sui live event in Miami where they talked about all this stuff and can explain the Walrus protocol and the hackathon and everything that you entered, plus some promotional materials.
Cool.
It's pretty amazing. So that's coming up after Richie's done with this.
So this is Trumpagotchi. Ignore the UI. It's going to be beautiful, but this is all basic for testing at the moment, so I can make sure everything's working. What do we have here? So we have the fake news Trumpagotchi right now, which he's wearing a CNN blazer and his underpants, just like Anchorman from the famous movie, right? So this is your base tier Trumpagotchi. This would be if you're fake news level. Coming to the leaderboard, your fake news, if you have between 0 and 1 million SuiTrump in your balance, you would have a fake news Trumpagotchi. Everyone starts at fake news. If you have more SuiTrump tokens in your leaderboard, then every week you can upgrade automatically to the next tier of Trumpagotchi without even having to own more SuiTrump. But everyone begins at fake news level. On fake news, so the way that this works is this is pinned into a walrus quilt. It's a livable on-chain object, which is modifiable through it. The mint price will probably be around 10 to 20 Sui. And as more are minted, the price will get more expensive. And this is where we will be funding the single stake. So more people using Trumpagotchi, the Trumpagotchi layer of SuiTrump.com will be feeding into the single stake reward balance. And that's one of the big parts. So with your Trumpagotchi, the first thing that I've designed is that you can actually change the outfits for your Trumpagotchi. So we have different tier level outfits. If you hit a higher tier, then you're going to be able to wear more special outfits. These can be constantly upgraded and advanced. When you change your outfit, your Trumpagotchi will put on new items of clothing to match. It's also tier level. And we have substantial backgrounds which have created. So you can decide where you want your Trumpagotchi to live. Do you want to be poolside, by the helipad, in the gym, by the tanning booth on the moon? Do you want to be wrestling? You want to be in the press room? You want to be in the trophy room in the Alps by Mount Rushmore? You want to be in Narnia, Skid Row, Venice, under the sea, Trump Tower? They're endless. Golden Toilet, right? So as you continue to grow your SuiTrump up through the tiers, you can also decide if you want to add in different backgrounds and more visual elements to your
I think that is perfect, because there's a lot of people that they would prefer to have the aesthetics almost over utility with this network, especially. So I think they would love to play into that, especially the Ron Burgundy fake news guy. That's funny. That's a preliminary thing of what's coming up later on, because there's going to be Trump battling the fake news in a
nice
presentation.
So if I come into a testing wallet, I think this one is already okay. So this was a testament that I made. So he is tier 4, so he is tremendous tier, which means that he is holding himself. This wallet has 25 million plus SuiTrump tokens, so he's tier 4, right? So you can see the sprite, the animation has now changed to the new tremendous SuiTrump. And I have a couple items here, so I can decide, okay, I want to change him into his tuxedo. So I come here, I can then approve that, and through Walrus on chain is going to swap into my new outfit. Now, important to know is that, and there we go, he's now in a tuxedo. The important thing to know about this is that your actual Trumpagotchi identity is how do you call it again?
Soul-bound?
It's a soul-based. How do you say again?
It's soul-bound.
Yeah, soul-bound. So the Trumpagotchi is soul-bound. You can only ever own one Trumpagotchi. So people who mint one Trumpagotchi, then that is always stuck to your wallet. That's your identity for being a SuiTrump holder. But in terms of outfits, backgrounds, and also shells, which I haven't completed yet, the shell will be your outside layer, your frame for your Trumpagotchi. These are all on-chain, tradable, ownable, and craftable items which you can change. So for example, for this one, I purchased the ballroom, so then I can change this, and then I can put them into the
So Richard, a question
right?
about that, because soulbound means it's tied to an address, but
Yes.
somebody could still have a secondary address and then purchase another soulbound NFT. Is that encouraged or discouraged, or what would you say about that?
They could do it if they like. If you have different on Apecott says on Epstein Island, lol, that would be quite a funny one.
Hey, if people will buy it, sure, why not?
Yeah. So like they could have multiple on multiple wallets if they wanted to. That's the power. The great thing about DeFi, people can do whatever they want. But you can't once you've bought your soulbound Trumpagotchi, you cannot do anything with it. You can't burn it, you can't send it, you can't sell it. But you can sell and trade the items, the outfits, the backgrounds, and the shells at the moment, and there will be more added to it as we go on. For engagement for this, then, I've come up with a system called the Daily Rally. So the way the daily rally works is that by rallying, you are going to be building XP. There's 2 point systems for Trumpagotchi. There's power rating, which is your tier level. Power rating is always defined by the leaderboard. So the higher you are in the leaderboard, the higher tier that you can achieve in fluid motion every week, just building up to your tier. So for example, if we take here, we have U2 Greg, who is MAGA level. So he would, after to get to MAGA, that is tier 10. So after 10 weeks, he would automatically upgrade every week to MAGA level, right? Unlocking different perks and great new, already planned utility that Trumpagotchi will be unlocking for SuiTrump over time. Where was I? Yeah, so the XP is your experience points. So power rating is your tier. So here I just rallied, I got 200 XP. You will build up a streak. So here I've just fulfilled my first streak. And you want to continue to try and build up your streak, because the higher your streak gets, then you get multipliers on your XP. Your streak time will continue to grow. And as your XP grows, that will unlock your crafting. Crafting will be the ability to take different low tier assets that maybe you're bored of. Maybe you bought the tuxedo but then you're like, you know what? I don't want the tuxedo anymore. I've outgrown it. You know, I want to try and craft for a more legendary or epic item. Then you can craft with 2 or 3 low tier items to try and get a rare item. With the daily rally, there's also going to be an engagement layer. So I can come up here, I can connect my X. So I did that on this wallet. So this is the moment is running from actual real SuiTrump balances. So if I come into my main wallet, you'll see I'm POTUS, because POTUS is the top tier. Its top 5 holders are always POTUS, right? So it doesn't matter how much you have. If you have the most SuiTrump, you are going to be POTUS, right? So I can connect this to X. So let me make
sure. So you finally
surpassed
the Elon Musky guy.
No, he's number 1. POTUS is top 5, so I think I'm number 2. Elon Musky is top 1 POTUS. He's the big boy. So if I come here, I've connected this with the X API, so I can sign this. Oh, it failed. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to check that. So it will link to your X account, and that will be also in this section for daily rally. There will also be questing. I've had some complaints from some of our SuiTrump community that our rating on Telegram is leading to their X accounts being banned or flagged, and I don't want that to happen. I don't want people to use X. And
I have a solution for that. I just have not yet shared it.
Okay. Well, I don't want it to happen. Like, people like support SuiTrump and then they get their account kind of blocked. So in future, what will be happening is that all rating will be done through Trumpagotchi. The way it works is that we're going to, similar to how Potato does it, we're going to set targets for single tasks. Like, you have to share this, you have to comment on this, and then you can also earn yourself XP, or you have to meet a team goal. We need to work together to get this push to this amount of views. We have to push this tweet to this many retweets and these kind of things. Once that happens, then the whole team will unlock the reward. The reward from the questing will be XP, also rare items, rare backgrounds, and
that has been very successful for Potato Finance. Those quests where you get XP, that is a huge factor in what a lot of people do. And yeah, I don't know if you're going to have a daily login, because people are obsessed with that one too. And
that's the rally system. So rallying works in 3 ways. You can rally every 24 hours. If you miss 3 rallies, your Trumpagotchi will go to sleep. And once your Trumpagotchis are sleeping, then you will no longer earn XP. If you want to wake up your Trumpagotchi, you need to burn 5,000 SuiTrump. But don't worry, like 5,000 SuiTrump is not much.
It's very small.
It is 0.07 Sui, right? So it's not much, but it's another way to add to the burn story for SuiTrump. And of course, as SuiTrump gets more expensive, then the burn will also get more expensive as well. So this is the build. And once I finish up the UI and I finish up more of the engagement layer for this will be launching. I would say probably about 2 weeks later, I'll be ready for launch for Trumpagotchi. And the whole idea is that the minting and action on Trumpagotchi will, of course, bring more awareness to SuiTrump. And then this will flow into the single staking contract to continually add new revenue flow coming into people who are staking with no fee into their SuiTrump. So that's why I made it's a 2-pronged build process to make sure that we can maintain rewards coming into the pool to keep paying stakers, and also add this new identity which people can have for their holding, right? Which gives them.
Yeah, because I've noticed in the Sui community, they have been obsessed with NFTs. Even ones that don't have any utility, they will like sell out. And the way you're setting it up, these things are optional, like, you know, the outfits and things. So the people that want to support, the people that want to support, they can, but that doesn't take away anything else, anything from the people that are just, you know, holding their coins and wanting to just hodl. So it really is a brilliant system.
This is my favorite trait, the boxer shorts. Fantastic. So he's going to be so it's a little bit slow, but it's the only way to do it with the way that Walrus works. In terms of visual design, oh, there he's going to land eventually. There he goes, and he's in. So in terms of visual design, the last thing I need to finish is the shells. And of course, the UI design is too clunky. I want it to be much easier, not so scrollable, right? In terms of shells, I'm probably going to build something CSS similar to this. So your SuiTrump's going to live in a television set. So I'm coming across different models, which I'm going to be forking to make sure that I can get I quite like this one. With buttons, power button, probably this would be the rally button here. Volume button could be changed into, you know, a questing button. This could be like changing to the shop, these kind of things. Or you can maybe tune the Trumpagotchi. When the Trumpagotchi is going quiet, which would mean you haven't rallied for more than 24 hours, then the Trumpagotchi will, like, you know, we can make the screen start to go kind of fuzzy. When he's gone to sleep, the TV would just be blank. So it's just about building like more engaging ways.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna go off the standard Tamagotchi toys, you know, they would start crying. They would, you know, sleep.
Yeah,
they're very.
Well, that's the thing about Sui, right? Like, I could build and build and build for weeks and weeks and weeks, and continue to add new and amazing things before launch. But the thing with Sui NFTs is that they're not immutable; they're upgradable. So once we launch, then we can continue to bring new additions to Trumpagotchi every single couple of weeks, basically new outfits, new crafting abilities, point systems, and then that moves into phase 3, because all this you're seeing now is phase 2. And the final form, I guess, of SuiTrump.com will be phase 3, which can only exist if Trumpagotchi exists, if that makes any sense. I don't want to give too much away of what I want to build for phase 3, but it's building on top of what Trumpagotchi is. And the last thing I want to say about this is that if you want to use the single stake contract for Trumpagotchi, for SuiTrump, you must own a Trumpagotchi. So there's a cap on how much SuiTrump can go into the TVL, and only Trumpagotchi holders can enter the single stake as well. So it's a gift from me, because where's 200 million SuiTrump coming from, right? 200 million SuiTrump was, I think, all-time high for SuiTrump was, that would have been about $20,000. The moment's sitting with the severe, I think it's around about $3,000. The moment would be 200 million. This will be coming from the marketing wallet to as a gift to people who are stuck around throughout the bear market and ready to build the next phase for SuiTrump as well. Couple questions. If you missed a rally day because you were negotiating with China and didn't have access at that time, can you pay SuiTrump to recover that day? Yes, you can. So if you come into the rally section, you go to streak history. This just started. So if you missed a day, you can click on any day and you have to pay 5,000 SuiTrump to recover your day. So it's cheap. And the whole idea is it's not going to be super expensive that nobody can enter. Is aimed as well at getting people who hold small amounts of SuiTrump as well, that they can use the XP system. They can use the daily rally and the questing to build their SuiTrump characteristics. Maybe they get a really rare shop item and then they can sell it on the open market, right? And make it there. And we have a profile as well. So if I come to Trumpagotchi, what did I call it? Shitcoin, I think. Yeah. Well, let me find that. Is it shitcoin? And also we have profile lookup as well. So each person has a lookup for their, I'm not sure if it's working right now though. Yeah, so this is like the Shitcoin Club profile page. So each person will have their own profile page where they can also show off what they own, their assets and their history, their questing history, and all these kind of things as well. So that is the build.
You're even tying it into the Shitcoin Club NFT collection?
No. That was just testing. I was linking different Twitter accounts to try out the questing, because everything needs to be fully functional before launch. So that brings us to Sui Overflow, right? So the reason I want to apply to the Walrus tract is because we're using a lot of Walrus technology to build Trumpagotchi, which includes, of course, Walrus. Everything is hosted on-chain on Walrus. We're using their technology called Quilt. And our identity engine, which is how we manage and figure out your tier and the different stats and abilities of your Trumpagotchi are all run by an AI engine that I built. So it fits perfectly into the specialized track for Walrus, because they're looking for Walrus built applications that handle large off-chain and verifiable data, is what they're looking for. And this is quite similar to what I'm doing with Trumpagotchi. So this is why I'm going to enter it into the Walrus track. And by doing that, even if we don't win, we begin to forge a visible, growing, building presence for SuiTrump on Sui, which is very, very important as well. Yeah, so that's what's coming. So like I said, audit first for the single stake, then I need to finish up the visuals basically for the Trumpagotchi, and then we'll launch, I think, about 2 weeks, and I'll be done, and then we'll be rolling with that. And I have about 2 or 3 weeks to apply for the Walrus track as well. Awesome stuff. Yeah. So WiseDJ, I haven't seen you for a while. What have you been doing?
I have been deep in the artificial intelligence world. The Codex 5.5 CLI and Windows application, I applied for a May 5th party that they invited people to. And I knew that it wasn't going to work out. I had a feeling it was a test. And I got an email response back giving me 10x credit for the next 30 days, which may not sound like very much to people that aren't familiar with this stuff, but that is huge. I also, because I'm outside of the US and EU jurisdiction and have a good history, I was approved for their cyber TAC program. So I can do more intense security testing, like for the websites that you have. It's not the full cyber, because that's for like government workers and infrastructure, like utility, but there's a mid-tier called TAC, TAC, and I was approved for that. So that gives me the ability to do some very high level testing, because if you don't have that clearance, it could look like someone's trying to hack. But in order to get that clearance, they monitor you. I had to give them my ID and a whole bunch of other stuff, but that it cleared, and so that's pretty cool.
So now you're that's on Google, right?
No, that is actually with OpenAI. With Google,
Okay.
I am also a certified red teamer and adversarial tester, plus regulatory compliance arbitrage. I just have to finish my website with the backdoor entry for my information, and I'll get the full authorization. I already got approved for the $2,000 credit level, but after I get the final authorization, I'll actually be able to get paid from Google to do assignments for them. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, I've been deep into that stuff.
Hit the congratulation button for WiseDJ for getting grant. It's kind of like a grant, right? AI grant.
Yeah, and nice. it also included you had to pass certifications with Google to do it yourself. I mean, and anyone could do it. If you look it up, just search for Google Gear. It's just like the gear. If anyone's interested, it'll teach you all about AI stuff and give you a certification. And right now it's still free. In the future, it's going to cost money. At the moment, because of the real estate wars with AI, they're fighting for everyone's like attention. So not only is the certificate for free, they're also giving me thousands of dollars in Google Cloud compute credits.
Nice.
So it's a combination of the two. And the main factor is that I'm not in the US and EU jurisdictions, because they can't have people in their own jurisdictions doing this type of work. So that worked out for me pretty well.
I'm just going to burn some SuiTrump. We got $114, 7 million SuiTrump to the burn wallet. There we go. Continuing the burn story. SuiTrump gets burned pretty much all the time through the fees from SUEDEX. 40% of all farming fees go to buying and burning SuiTrump. That's why our supply continues to go down. A question here from Abe Cotto. Will SuiTrump staked in the single staking pools be able to count towards your Trumpagotchi, nice, this is a good name too, level, or just the SuiTrumps in your wallet? So our identity engine is actually tracking a lot of things. It's tracking your wallet balance. It's tracking your LP, which is staked into the SuiTrump LP farms on SUEDEX, which is over here. So you can come to farming positions here and you can find two SuiTrump farms for SuiTrump and USDC SuiTrump. So they add to your score. We also have Cetus LP. If you park your liquidity on Cetus and their concentrated pools, then that will also track. We have the upcoming SUEDEX V3 LP, which I'm testing here. This is on live mainnet, and this tracks as well. And also the single stake will be tracked as well. So if you, for example, take from your wallet into the single stake, of course, that should be tracked because that's your SuiTrump. I don't own the Sui. If you take your SuiTrump, like I said, and stake it in here, the contract will hold it for 90 days. Nobody else owns it. It's still your on-chain verifiable SuiTrump token. And then after the lock ends, you get 100% of your SuiTrump back to your wallet. So of course, yes, that will count as well. We have the crypto arborist who will be joining us live later. I think he's arboristing probably. He's saying he's heading home from the NFT forest. I'll join you guys soon. He says 77 NF trees minted so far. So if you come to SuiDex on the swap page, there is a link to NF trees, which launched on May 4th. They are $25 a piece. And if you click here, it'll bring you to the tree website. We're definitely going to be talking to Peter soon about the NF trees. And he's going to be showing us all about what we can do with the NF trees on his tree battling game as well. And he says there's a new contest for tree coming soon. We have Brett Prince. Attire items, equipment can be crafted, bought, and get through possible raffles. No, the raffle will always be just for Sui and the Sui and SuiTrump coin. It's just the raffle, see it as like a bonus game. The items and equipment can be earned through XP. So XP is your currency for getting items in Trumpagotchi. And power, PW, is your tier rating. We have specialized track, build, trading, or liquidity applications powered by Deepbook, on-chain order book. Deepbook looks possible for SUEDEX maybe. Yep, I've been looking into building something for SUEDEX that's using that actually, and I have an idea that I'm thinking about building, but it's a huge build, and I'm not sure if I can get it into the competition in time. But I know that Trumpagotchi can because it's. I mean, what do they want from the overflow? Is definitely where is it? They want live on testnet or mainnet demos of workable products which are already using their technology. And I'm like 90-80% of the contract work is done on this build for SuiTrump.com. And so I can demo not only the Trumpagotchi format, but I can go through everything else that it has. It has aggregation between Cetus, it has limit buy, it has zap and compound function for yield farming. It's a one-stop tool for almost everything that Sui does, using Sui's newest technology with their 2.0 stack. So
that's part of the stuff that I'm going to be showing later on is the Stack Overflow and the new technology with Walrus as far as like their memwall.
Yeah. Congratulations, Furley. You deserve it, from Mr. Brett Hartman, 85. We have SuiTrump.
Thank you, Brett.
LP above 100K.
And just so everyone knows, I wouldn't have even been here if it wasn't for Brett, because he saved me an NFT when I was waiting for my paycheck. So Brett Hartman is an awesome dude. He's totally legit, and I really like that guy. He's really awesome.
Oh yeah, he's the man. Crypto Arborist, who is here, but I think he's just getting set up. He says, Richie, I've just purchased. Hi, how you doing?
Man, I'm fine as frogs here. Love peace and chicken grease, sanded down, split 4 ways. I'm having a damn good time.
Nice. You driving?
Yeah. I'm not gonna be able to make it to the studio. I just at least wanted to get to a spot to where y'all could hear me okay, so we could have a good chat with you guys.
Nice. Yeah, you said you sent me an NFT to give it away, huh? Okay.
Yes. You have an NF tree in your wallet. I think it's shouldn't be numbered 233. I purchased it with my own funds. So feel free to give that bad boy away on the stream, and whoever gets it can start battling with it.
So we have Furley, last time you made like a thing with a hashtag, right?
Yeah, Richie, if you search StreamYard giveaway tool, it's really easy.
Okay, I'm gonna find the NFT first. Oh no, that means I need to look through my 10 million NFTs again.
I can make I can make a post on your stream on x.com and say that you have to reply with whatever, and then we'll pick one randomly, because there is an X picker also. So I mean, depends. Or maybe they need to go into the SuiTrump or SUEDEX Telegram, because we are live streaming there as well.
Right, let me find it. This is always the tricky thing. How many NFTs does Richie have? this is the question.
Jeez, Manetti. Wow.
Yeah, I like NFTs. Most of these are potato land. I love me some potato land. I think we'll find them down here. Oh, here we go. Tree. Number 299, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
There we go. It's loading. She's coming in. There we go. Okay, so we got this NFT to give away. What did you say? StreamYard giveaway tool.
Yes.
Yard giveaway tool. So these NFTs are valued at $25 to
25 Sui.
No, 25 Sui, which is like $30, $28, something like that.
Yeah, what we did, Richie, when we decided to launch it at 25 Sui, that way when the market goes up, your NFT tree will appreciate in value as well. So that way, later on, if someone decides to sell it, they know that they can get a good return on it.
Okay, I found it. So NFT trees. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're on the Crypto Alpha live stream. You need to put this in, guys. You need to put NFT trees in. Don't do it yet, though, because I haven't launched it. And we're going to start collecting comments. One winner. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wow, that is really easy. Okay, so this is running to win this NFT tree. All you need to do is get into the live comments right here in the stream and hashtag NFT trees. NFT REES for anyone listening on audio, which I don't think you
I am also doing a giveaway of SuiTrump. If anyone goes into the SuiTrump Telegram and
there we go.
makes a screenshot of liking the video and putting hashtag SuiTrump live stream giveaway with a hashtag.
So Richie, a little update on Tree. We launched. We're at 77 NFT trees minted out of 5,000 very early. We're 10 days into the mints. Rich, you've seen firsthand. We had a couple of kinks to get worked out of the game. So we're improving the user experience on that all the time. The treasury is doing quite well. We have a very nice, robust position in SUEDEX, and we also open up a V3 on SUEDEX right now of Sui USDC. So as we get more of our NFT trees minted out, we're going to be doing really, really good to keep the project nice, fat, and thick.
So yeah, so for the battling game, trying to find it now. Tree battle. Where do you find battle on the main site?
Click on buy NFT tree. We gotta fix two of the tabs. But if you go to buy NFT tree, you should be able to hit home up top, and it'll take you to the battle game.
It's taking me to like a pop-up box.
Close that box.
Oh, wait, that's by Mint NFT. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit home up top right there, and we gotta
home.
gotta clean some of that up. I'm gonna tonight, Richie. I'm gonna make a gonna make a GoDaddy forward on it to where we'll have a URL to go straight to the battle game.
Yeah. I mean, you could just make a link to you could add it onto your treetoken.net/battle would work as well. Okay, so
a couple of side notes about the game, guys. Basically, what happens is when you enter the game, now the thing, and Richie, I'm going to get with you on coordinating on this, but as far as the way the game goes, it's a 3 Sui wager when you go into it. You're issued 2 offensive abilities, 2 defensive abilities. And what happens is you'll go first, your opponent goes second. If you try to go and then go again before your opponent goes, what will happen is it'll give you an error message. Now, what's nice is when you enter into the game, you'll see a battle log that appears in the center that shows each move that's done on you consecutively. So if anybody has an NF tree and Richie's want to go into it now, it'd be great if you could join him right now. I can't. I am 5 beers deep and not home.
Okay, so I just started a battle, so then anyone else with an NF tree, it's 3 Sui, $3 to enter. We'll see if anyone enters, any of the NF tree holders.
Then and what's really cool is you both start off as an acorn, and you're starting to progress. You'll see a tiny tree grow, and then your own unique NF tree that you have. Once you start to get, I think it's just 60 points. That is when your NF tree will appear, and you're really close to getting to the end. Then what happens is in the end, you win 1.5 Sui, and then the other 1.5 Sui goes back into the treasury wallet, and we use that to buy back tree. So that's the first game that we have to work on keeping tree solvent.
Tree solvent.
Yes, and that is a fertilizer name too, by the way.
Okay, I was pretty sure that was going to be a pun. Yeah.
Yes, you know me well, sir.
Well, let's see if someone joins. So far on the NF trees, we've got 10 entries into NF trees so far. So keep it coming, guys, and let me know.
And
so
also, Richie,
yes.
I'm going to speak your lingo. Our market cap, our liquidity to market cap ratio is just absolutely great. We've had some buying and some selling. And I'll tell you, man, the user experience on SUEDEX is just outstanding right now, with everything being on the same page. My mother, the oldest tree and SuiTrump holder in the universe, really appreciates the abilities to stay on one screen and compound right back into the project.
Good. Yeah, really happy with our build out actually.
That reminds me, Richie, I sent my mom a whole bunch of my own SuiTrump because she had a lot of Sui, and she's going to be doing the same thing with the new user interface. So, hi, Mom. Again, thanks for supporting us.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Moms. It was Mother's Day recently. Happy Mother's Day to Mrs. Arboris and Mrs. WiseDJ.
Yeah, I made her a custom music video. It was pretty cool.
So before, I actually want to talk a bit about SUEDEX as well now, because we have some new stuff as well there. I mean, I've been cooking, how to say. A couple questions here about the single stake for SuiTrump. What if your single staking SuiTrump expires and you don't restake and you're started your Trumpagotchi? What happens to your Trumpagotchi? Does it disappear? Your Trumpagotchi never disappear. It's soulbound. It's always going to be with you. It's going to live with you, tied to your wallet forever. Brett was right. If you give your private key to someone else and they steal your wallet, then they would also steal your Trumpagotchi. But apart from that, it's going to live forever. What if your single staking SuiTrump expires? That's different, right? The single stake works in a fashion that, let me find it. So it's unlocked by owning the Trumpagotchi, right? But once your stake ends, you can just restake in if you want to, or you can not. That's your own choice. When your stake ends, you get all your SuiTrump back into your wallet, and then you continue your life. Everything is exactly the same. It's like you could call it like a do nothing option, right? Do nothing means you don't do anything. You continue to hold SuiTrump, and you watch the price go up and down, and then you profit when you feel like you want to profit on the coin, right? That's the do nothing option. Do something, then you decide, oh, I want a single stake, I want to earn some extra fees, and that means that, yeah, you need to own a Trumpagotchi. But say you stake 10 million SuiTrump, for 30 days. 30 days passes, you get your 10 million SuiTrump back. You can claim your rewards whenever you want. I mean, at the moment, what am I making? I'm making $58 a day of pretend test money. But I can claim this whenever I want, and it's going to be coming into my wallet.
We call those dashboard divs.
Yeah, dashboard divs, right? And there's no referral system on single stake. There's no fee. There's no tax. It's a completely 100% natural system. Non-Ponzi. This is the reason I wanted to make it like this. Because
oh, nice. So SuiTrump's got a single stake now?
Not yet. It's on test. I need to audit it, but it's working. So it's running. So that's that one. What's the price prediction for SuiTrump this bull run? We're still in the bear market, man. I still think we're going lower, in my opinion. But next bull run, I mean, we hit 2 million. So my aim for SuiTrump has always been to hit 5 million. So that would be a 2x more, 2.5x above what we hit last cycle, which I think is very much doable with continued building and focus. And I don't want to make another coin. Like I thought about it. I thought, well, how can we add more liquidity? How can we add more utility to SuiTrump? It's like, well, we could make another coin, but then to make another coin just it's not the right way to think about long-term building for one market share, right? Because at the moment we have the Sui meme coin and kind of mid-tier market shares where SuiTrump's sitting right now, right? We're not low-fee, we're not blob. So there's no reason to make another vehicle. It's to basically upgrade the vehicle you have is what I'm attempting to do. So yeah, I'm still going for 5 million market cap for SuiTrump. Go to Tradeport Richie. You can probably find it there with the number. I did, Brett. Thank you. I'm an NFT hoarder. Yes, I am. Indeed. And Stormy Star. Hi, everyone. Love your show. Thank you, Stormy Star. Oh, Sunny Began's in the house. Hello, Sunny Began. Hopefully, Sunny Began is extremely lucky. She wins these competitions a lot. So my money's on Sunny Began winning this giveaway. We have 11 entries so far into NFTs. All you need to do, hashtag NFTREES into the live chat, and you might win yourself a 25 Sui worth of a tree NFT, right?
Yeah,
What
the
if you
two main
snagged the
winners
pony
of the
yet?
contest are Sunny Began and Brett.
Yeah.
Not the Brett from earlier, but Brett from the Telegram.
Yeah.
They're winning all the time because they're paying attention.
Yeah. Okay, so for SUEDEX, got some news. I finished and created a V3 contract for SUEDEX. So if I come to dev, I haven't made this available for anyone yet, but it is working. So it's working on my side of the SuiTrump.com where I build all the other tools, right? So this is a V3 here. So it's concentrated liquidity area where I built this and then finished up the UI, tested out the contract, audited it myself, and then passed it to an external auditor to check if there's any problems with the contract. The audits come back. So this is the security report for SUEDEX V3 CLMM. So this audit wasn't the most expensive. It cost about $3,500 to do through Spywolf. Took about a week for them to get through. So this will be published on the site eventually, but basically the parts that came back, came back with 0 criticals, 0 highs, and 1 medium problem, and that's it. So very good. It was basically a clean sweep for the audit. So we have 0 critical, 0 high, 1 or 2 medium, and a couple lows, which I can either decide to fix or not fix. So basically a clean sweep on the audit for V3 liquidity on SUEDEX. So the next phase, so there's one here, something about tick range for the medium one. So I can choose to fix this or not fix this. I probably will fix it.
And Richie, that's exactly where I was referencing earlier. The clearance that I got enables me to do this exact same thing. So we could do it. It's always good to have a professional audit do theirs for their reputation, but I could also tell you ahead of time a lot of these same things, possibly more. We'll have to
Yeah.
test it.
I mean, what I did for this is I went through every single existing V3 on Sui. So that would be Cetus, Aftermath, Bluefin, Momentum, Bera. There's many V3s, right? I went through all of them, and I decided that I wanted to base it mostly on Momentum because it was the simplest one to pull, fixed to what I like for V3, you know, the specifics of the V3, and then and build on it. So essentially, the foundation of the SUEDEX V3 is already ported from Uniswap V3, then copied over to Turbos, and then Momentum copied Turbos, and then we've essentially, I wouldn't say copied Momentum, but we've been inspired by Momentum to build the SUEDEX V3. So
Richie, will Tree
That's
be
the
in
name of the
V3?
game too. That's standard practice.
yeah, exactly. That's what happens. Sorry, Arborist, what'd you say?
Will Tree be in the V3?
Yep. So my
Nice.
plan for V3 is, so you will see swap pools, V3 pools, because it's completely different liquidity to V2. So if anyone's worried, the farms will continue to exist exactly as they are. There will be V2 farms. They will go on for another, what's that, 120 weeks, continue to go on. We will have the V2 pools for people who want to supply V2 liquidity, and you'll have all the same options, zap in, compound,
Richie, I'll be right
do
back.
everything.
I gotta step off.
Okay. What we're doing is we're making V3 pools. So now you will have the option to farm with V2 and get victory rewards straight into your wallet as normal. That will not change, nothing changing there. We'll add in a pool section for V3, which will make new pools. These pools will be, I want to launch with, say, 5 pools, I think is enough for launch. So we will do Victory Sui, Victory USDC, of course. We will have SuiTrump Sui. I want to put Tree in there because Tree has always been a great supporter of SUEDEX, so we want to give them the V3 position. And probably something with Bitcoin or gold, right, for another position. These positions will also be incentivized with victory rewards. So you can then choose, okay, I want to go into the farm pool V2 because it's just what I like, because it's easy to use and I don't need to worry about ranges and going out of range and the confusing aspects of V3. Or I can go into V3 pool with my SuiTrump and Sui, right? I can choose my range, can go in, I get the trading fee rewards, and I also get victory incentive rewards as well for that. So there's going to be a new yield opportunity opening on SUEDEX. The reason we want to build V3 for SUEDEX is because with V3, we can capture more trading fees, which will help Victory Coin in the long run. Because now you'll notice on SUEDEX, we can, if I go here for purchasing some Victory, right? Say I take 6 Sui and I want to purchase, we're routing at the moment through SUEDEX, right? But we also have Cetus, right? So we've aggregated different networks, different pools that are available. And even though there's way less liquidity on Cetus than we have on SUEDEX, sometimes Cetus Victory swap is better for price value than SUEDEX V2 because of the way that it can squeeze the yield. So that means that we can also choose tokens and incentivize them and give them V3 liquidity, which would then mean that we're going to be aggregated onto other chains as well. They're going to use our DEX to swap through, which means we get more DEX fees, which means we can start giving Victory more. I'm in two minds. I don't know if I want to do buy burn or buy and or build liquidity. Buy Victory, add more LP. Buy Victory, add more LP. So I'm not sure if I really want to burn. Buy and burn Victory or buy and add LP and burn Victory. I think maybe burning LP might be smarter in the long run for it. So there's always a nice floor. But this will enable us to have much more income coming in from the DEX because we have more, I guess, technologically advanced pools than we did before. So that's the reason why we're launching V3. And we need to get closer to market share. And then once
I think something important to point out is that is not standard practice. If you look at any other DEX or exchange or LP provider, they don't share the fees with you. Whatever they keep goes into a black hole. Richie's sharing 80% of the fees earned from the farm back to the community. That is something pretty significant.
Yeah, and that continues. And then also we can fund in the X Victory as well, with a portion of the fees from the V3 will be turned into Sui and then sent to our X Victory stakers as well. So it's adding another part of the flywheel to SUEDEX for fee generation, which we can then give to Victory to help give it balance and buy pressure. We can also supply the Sui into X Victory to continue to pay our stakers of Victory coin as well with more Sui coin as well. So it's another addition. And then with V3, finally, the big move would be once we're V3 and compliant, it's then applying to Deepbook to get aggregated through Deepbook, because they have a full suite of Sui V3s, which are aggregated on Deepbook, and we need to get on that list. We couldn't do it with V2 because the technology just isn't efficient enough. They want V3. And once we're on Deepbook, we can also start really aggregating into basically everywhere on Sui. So
I
that's
do
the
have more
master plan.
information on that with the Sui City event updates after you're done here. It talks about that very thing.
Yeah. Sonny says, I just noticed, maybe you asked this before I said, but no, we will not be closing V2 pools. V2 pools will remain open forever, and they will be paid Victory for the full 3-year plan that we had for SUEDEX in the first place. So no, the V2 pools remain exactly the same. Will there be a way to get my BTC out of the single stake to put in V3 without the 4% fee? I would love a BTC USDC pool. Yeah, because that's gone so low, I'll think about that actually, because I don't want to have just your funds locked. But you are earning there. They're not locked, but yeah, you don't want to pay the fee. Deepbook aggregation equals major bullish momentum. It does, exactly. So, and last thing about Deepbook then is something that I've been thinking about for Sui. Where is it? Okay. So this is the last thing I want to talk about SUEDEX. I've been looking into this. This is the Deepbook Predict testnet. I've been reading up on it and researching it. So Deepbook have on May 6th, they launched a testnet for a Deepbook prediction package. So this is predictive markets on Sui, but they're only in the testnet phase at the moment. This is why also V3 was integral for SUEDEX to grow, because without V3 we couldn't kind of plug in to Deepbook to use their prediction technology. So prediction would be Polymarket, essentially on Sui, right? So they're putting up a liquidity layer for this. Their testnet is a public testnet where people can use their prediction services and learn how to use them, build technology, and then launch it on their own protocol. So what I would like to do is to use Deepbook's prediction network to bring a prediction market to SUEDEX. And I want to do it in a way that's not been done by any other platform on Sui, which is by making private and public prediction markets, which has been done with great success by this protocol on Arbitrum. So this is Rain. Is it rain.xyz? Rain.1. So Rain is a $11 billion market cap coin, top 50 cryptocurrency. And what they do is they work with agents, AI agents. It's a prediction market. And their big sell point is that they are able to create private and public prediction markets. So for example, you could make a private prediction market. Is John going to be late for work today? Right? And then everyone in your office comes in and says, oh, I think John's going to be on time. No, I think John's going to be late. And then everyone throws in, 1 Sui each or whatever, or Victory, right? 10 Victory each. And then when John arrives, then it has to be then confirmed in a private market by one person who is going to be the confirmer, right, of that prediction. They confirm it, and then the funds get paid out to people who have win or lost. That would be a private network. A public prediction network would then leverage Deepbook's prediction infrastructure. This would be for like token prices. Is Bitcoin going up or down? Is the Tesla going up or down? Like this would be for financial asset, but for changes in the news, in daily lifestyle, in weather, you need a completely different model for how you manage to verify that something really happened. Because the last thing you want is, John was late, but then the person who's actually going to be setting the prediction is greedy and untrustworthy. And then he says, actually, no, John was on time. Fuck you. Pardon my French. So we need to, it's like building a trustless but verified layer for private prediction and then using Deepbook for public prediction. So this is where I'm leaning to what to do once we get V3 plugged in for, and we could just call it simply victory markets would be the idea. So that's what I'm looking for with SUEDEX to use and build. That will be a long build though. It's a big build. It's huge build, but I think it'd be really, really lucrative and useful for people on Sui. Good. So, Farley, you had some things you wanted to show?
Yeah. Just give me a minute to get it all set up on my screen, and I will let you know when I'm ready to go.
Nice. While you're getting ready, I'll just change some Trumpagotchi clothes. So we have vacation mode. Some of my favorites are space suit is very good. Oh, I don't have the space suit, so you can come down to the shop and you can decide which one you want to buy. So yeah, astronaut. I can buy an astronaut outfit from a Trumpagotchi. Oh, it's too expensive. It shouldn't be 25 Sui. These should be very cheap. 25 Sui is too much. Billionaire. Oh, garbage man, always good. It's the classic Trump garbage man from the campaign trail. I can then decide, I can put him in McDonald's. And put him in vacation mode. There we go. Vacation mode in McDonald's, always a good time.
Yeah, that was the cool part of the campaign because he wore the garbage man reflector suit, and then he gave a speech right after that, and he wore it the whole time. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
He's definitely a very memeable character because I already made some fake $100 USD currency with SuiTrump on it because he himself already created Donald Trump $100 bill currency, like with the United States of America. I made mine with SuiTrump, and it's for the United Sui Network governmental body, president of the network. So it's obviously not even close to being real. And when you add on top of that the fact that the president himself is posting his own US $100 bills with him on it, is pretty funny. So I have those to show you as well. Are you still there, Richie? Your camera's out.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm almost ready to pull it up. I just got to switch it from my computer.
Oh, Brad, that's a good question. Is there a McDonald's uniform one yet? Not yet. So what I want to do is after launch of Trumpagotchi, I want to start releasing special sets of themed outfits and backgrounds. So some that I've already created but not launching with. So I want to launch with like a 3-month runway basically. So all the questing is already pre-programmed. All of the crafting plans are already set, and the future releases of uniforms and outfits are set as well. So some of the ones I've made up the Fallout outfit costumes. So that's outfits from the Fallout video game and backgrounds. And McDonald's fast food wise, like kind of like the worker. So he'd have different job, kind of basic job working in McDonald's, or what was the other ones that I made? Then we had the wrestling ones where he is dressed up as famous wrestling characters like Macho Man Randy Savage, John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, these kind of things. So they'll be released
yeah.
in phases.
Trump did have his foray in world wrestling. He appeared on Monday Night Raw and did a lot of wrestling before he became political. So that goes together pretty well.
Yeah. And then once we're finished with Pearlie's presentation, we're going to check out Topaz, because this is a Binance Smart Chain DEX, which is launching this weekend. And it's going to be very successful, I think. So this is a high conviction play that I'm in, and I've gone very heavy into this one, and I think it's going to be really successful. And what I want to check out is the partner coins which they're launching with, so that we know which ones they're launching with. They've already announced them, and I'm going to give you some alpha on these coins, so you might be able to find some pumps on some tokens. But of course, none of this is financial advice. It's just knowledge on what's happening. KFT says, would be great to see a World Cup prediction game bet on Victory token. Yeah, exactly, right? So the World Cup would be an excellent time to launch, but it might be a bit too soon. To build this prediction network, it's going to be using everything that is considered the Sui stack. So it is a lot of infrastructure to build out to make sure it's safe and verifiable. Bet with Victory tokens to predict results of each game, in-house competition for SuiTrump holders. Yep. The one holdback on that would be as well, like even the prediction network by Sui Chain themselves is still on testnet and brand new. It only launched on the 6th of May. So this is like my thinking to, if they're already on testnet, then why not just start building it right now? Like we just make the ultimate move. Can you make him do his YMCA dance? So this was my attempt. This is, if you look at different suits, he's doing this is my attempt at his YMCA dance. It was very hard. I had to like wire up the sprite to do it. Some of I managed to get like some of the tiers have, this is the attempt at the YMCA dance. But it was very tricky. It was my first attempts at animations, so it was pretty hard. What's other ones I like? I quite like the Adidas tracksuit with the Air Max, Nike Air Max on there as well. This is also a good one. Yeah, Fallout would be great. Superhero one I was thinking, but I'm not such a big fan of superheroes. There's this he's got his gold chain, he's got his Nike Air Max on, Adidas, full Adidas, white with gold stripe, gold watch, sweatback hair, jiving along. Yeah, Fallout would be good. The possibilities for this stage are endless for decoration, outfits, and things. But it's the engagement layer which is the key to making sure that this is successful. People need to want to come continuously and daily to engage and move. You know, if we look at what Potato have achieved, this is not, I don't want to be like Potato. It's not my aim to get to this level with what it's a completely different direction. But what they do have is, you know, you must come every day to claim your resources. You must come to check on your crafting, to craft different objects and things. I need to craft some stuff actually. You can come and battle different objects on the map to earn points, build up XP, which then goes on to your character. So it's an endless, continuous growing of your on-chain objects that you own, and that's the aim that we want to move in. That's the direction I want to move in with the Trumpagotchi. So it's always building new and rewarding ways to use your Trumpagotchi. Just gonna take out some guys here. Yeah, we're just give SuiTrump a Matrix Neo outfit and have him dodge bullets. This is a very good idea. Matrix style. You could have Mr. Smith. You could have Morpheus. You could have, or you could have the Nicolas Cage set. I quite like that, where he's just dressed up as Nicolas Cage and different famous characters that he's been. Also be pretty good. Make bullet time Trump. Yeah, this is a pretty fun game. So what I've been doing here is I've been building up different heroes. So here I have Baker Wycliffe. He's got a sword, but generally I'm just getting my ass handed to me. Like if I go for like a level 2, I'm probably gonna lose. Yeah. I lost again. The questing on Potato Land is, oh, I won. There we go. Like right now, I can only really beat slimes. They're the only ones I can deal with. Key is you need to go to the market, and then you need to buy equipment for them. And then once you have equipment, like here, I can get a wooden weapon chest, right? So buy this. Open the chest. Get a weapon. I got a satchel with sand. Damn. Oh, that's bad. But anyway, so then I can go here and I can put the satchel on him somewhere. I have to find my item. Where's the satchel? So satchel fits on a rogue. So I find a rogue. Pretty sure I have a rogue. Yeah, here. So we have Ollie Sanderson. Then I can give him a satchel with sand, which gives something. Then there you go. He's got a satchel. I like the outfit idea. Can make memes and vids featuring SuiTrump and all those outfits. Exactly, yeah. So it's just building up more and more memeability. WiseDJ, you ready? I'm just playing potato while I wait for you. Will we ever battle or Trumpagotchi with other SuiTrump community members? We could do that. Like that's not my idea for phase 3, but that could be an idea that we could do. My idea for phase 3 is to use your Trumpagotchi in active on-game activities. So that could be one of the options for what we could do with the Trumpagotchi in the game. But my idea was to have more of a, like, not really he's animated in the game, because I think it's kind of leaning too much on Trump. It would be he is like the player commanding the game, and then it could be PvP, yeah, against other people.
Yeah, I'm just about ready, but like I have to share a bunch of different windows, so I have to like stop sharing and then share again because I can't share my whole computer screen because then I'll get echo. But I'm just about done.
Okay, Brett says get to the juicy BSC stuff. It's past my bedtime. Yeah, let's move in. I'll cover this quickly then. So Topaz is a DEX. It's launching on Binance Smart Chain this weekend. We don't know the launch time, but it will be launching, which means that the Topaz coin will be available. A lot of people have sacrificed into this. Myself, I also went into it. And if we come to their X, then what I want to note is that they have been mentioning a lot about the different coins that they're going to be launching with. So if we come to DexScreener, we can check out different projects that are going to be their launch partners. So each time they announce, there's always a big pump on the different coins because they're going to be getting a gauge, which means that there'll be incentivized rewards for these tokens. So the first one here, just mentioned, is BB. BB on BSC. So it's a good idea to kind of follow all these and see which ones you might get a little bit of a pump on. And then you can choose which ones you want to go into. So they have varying market caps and varying price performance and varying age, varying narratives and things. So first one here, this would be BB. So we'll have a look at, I haven't checked this one actually. So BB coin launched in 29th of October 2025. All-time high is way higher than it is at the moment actually. So it's from the current price, it's come down a long way. What's that, like 80% down? 90% down, like most coins in the bear market. So it has a market cap of 955,000, trading volume 39,000 today, right? So this is high trading volume coin, always a good one. So that's BB. We have ClipX, which I have never heard of ClipX either. So these are all coins which are brand new to me as well. And I would suggest the best way is to choose your weapon, basically. Choose a coin that you think, yeah, this one is the narrative I like. This one has the technology that I like. Let me just kill that. and this one has the liquidity and stuff. So here again, 48,000 daily volume on Clip X. And remember on Topaz, volume is what's going to be feeding your VE Topaz rewards, right? That's what we want, right? We want more volume. The more volume on SwapX, and the higher value our VE Topaz, and the better APRs you're going to get in the farm pools as well. So this $500,000 market cap, all-time high, not as low, and launched in 2025 November. So a little bit of a newer coin here with Clip X. We come down, what is it? Send Tip is a tipping coin, okay. We have other ones, Earn, Nyan Nyan, Trusty, and Captain BMB. So if you want pure meme, I guess you could go for Nyan Nyan. Nyan Nyan Cat, okay. That can't be the right one, can it? This would be this one. Market cap $600,000. So none of these are massive market caps yet. There is one large market cap that I found. So Nyan Nyan coin, 624,000, liquidity 1 million. And it's been around for a while, since March 2025. And daily volume again, $30,000 daily volume, right? Earn token, another one. So these are all going to be listed coins during the weekend for the launch on this, which is the most exciting thing, right? Here we have Earn. They have liquidity all over the place, actually. And they're a multi-chain token with most of their liquidity on Binance, on base chain. So it looks like they're going to use Topaz to, they're on Solana as well. So they don't have much liquidity on Binance Smart Chain too soon. Looks like they're looking to try and build their liquidity on Topaz to match what they have there on Solana. 50,000 liquidity on Solana, 100,000 on base chain, and only 5,000, 10,000 on Binance Smart Chain. So this could be one to watch. Of course, volume very low on hold though. So it's definitely high risk play, could pay off. Trusty was one I was looking at. So this is like a security protocol on Binance Smart Chain. They are $179,000 market cap, small market cap. You can see this is their listing pump. When they listed with Topaz, they pumped up. Of course, then it came down quite a bit from there. And their volume, $1,000 today. So this is a smaller cap coin there with Trusty. Then we also have Captain BMB. I'm guessing this is a meme. Captain BMB. Liquidity 148,000. Volume of 4,400. So this would be, market cap 900,000. So their trading volume is similar to SuiTrump, for example, around about 5K a day. And you can see they're quite down in the short term, but that's another one. So the advice I'd give you is like continually pop into Topaz's listing announcements on their X, because every time they're going to show this, you're going to know what's going on. If you own a significant amount of depth or Topaz or GBlue, then you can also get into the whale group for I guess GBlue and Topaz, the whole ecosystem, the Aaron ecosystem, right? And by being in the whale group, you get heads up on as well on what's going to be launching before they announce it on their X. So definitely, if you do have a large bag, you should be connecting your Telegram to their bot and getting into the whale group. It's really handy. Here we have Rise token. So there's a lot of listing partners that they're setting up here. I'm not sure which one it is. Is it Everrise? Oh, here we go.
So, Richard, whenever you're done, I'm ready to go. I got it all set. I'm gonna have to do a lot of window switching, but there's quite a bit of stuff to show. It's gonna be pretty exciting.
Sure. So this is Rise token here. Let's just check what's going on with Rise. Looks like another meme. So what I want to find is like, yeah, here we have Rise coin. Okay. Rise coin market cap 100,000, very small cap coin, 41,000 liquidity, but $23,000 volume. That's wild for their market cap. Is Rise coin. Then we have Inkclaw. This would be, I guess, an AI meme. Inkclaw. Inkclaw is 90,000 market cap, 3.9 brand new coin, only out since the 1st of May. So this could be this could either be a complete shitter or really get going. Gotta have to see on that one. That's Inkclaw. Then we have next one, up. There's so many, like choice is sometimes tricky to decide which one you want to go for, right? I know one other, but I'm not going to say because it hasn't been announced. So I'm pretty sure that Brett probably knows that one as well because he's in the whale group. Brett's saying he got some, I got some earn. Okay, so he went for earn token. I might go for Inkclaw just because it's new. It's low liquidity, low market cap. Trading volume's not bad. I probably might go for this one. It's AI narrative based because it's got claw on it. It must be some kind of AI coin. I might go for this one. And then you just either wait for launch or go to PancakeSwap right now and buy it. But then remember that the liquidity will be also available on Topaz, where you're going to be able to buy on Topaz as well on launch. And then we have, of course, the one that I think a lot of people are like DCAing a lot into, which is GBlue. So GBlue is Aaron's own coin, and Aaron is the developer of Topaz. This is all-time high $26. This was when we did the sacrifice. Since then, it's come way below my expected price. Inkclaw is the one I've bought, 100,000 market cap, says KFT. Okay, I think I'll go for Inkclaw as well. Let's do it. Let's Inkclaw, yeah. I'd say just choose one. You don't want to spread out between all of them because then it will kind of, if you get one big winner, then congratulations. It's kind of like picking horses, right? Because unless you really deep dive into every single project and then make a serious financial decision, which I won't be doing. I just chose on kind of gut feeling, I guess, and the narrative base, and I want a small market cap one. So GBlue has come down below my expected price level for it, which is great because I've now, since I burned 100% of my GBlue into the Topaz sacrifice, my mission now is to buy up more GBlue. So that's what's happening. It's down 2% today. I don't think it can really go much lower. I already was wrong with my first prediction, so I'm guessing we might floor around about $12, possibly. Usually, I don't want to say, but usually before the launch of something, there's a nice little pump, and then on the actual launch, there's a dump, and then things even out, and then they go back up to normal. It's usually what happens. So you might be able to actually sweep some cheaper GBlue just around the launch hype, just after launch phase, when people basically just buy for the pump phase of the launch, which could happen to every one of these coins. You need to have quite a thick skin to handle positions on a launch. So don't let your emotions get the best of you. Have a 1 month kind of mindset with what you want to buy in with, and then be patient and hold and see if it works out for you. It would be my advice. I want to go in I call them the cores, which would be GBlue is a core token because Aaron created the coin. We have Book of Binance, which will also be on Topaz, which Aaron created. And you can see that this is now getting quite a nice recovery in price because it's going to be listed. So this is also a great one to possibly consider as a safer bet for Topaz for growing up in liquidity. Last one we can check is, of course, this isn't on Topaz, but it's linked to the Aaron ecosystem. That's dApp token. So dApp token taking a dump today, 8% down on the day. Since I'm also way down in my prediction there. This is going to have to come down to there now. So this has been coming down quite a lot. I kind of eyeballed around about 5 cents for depth was kind of what I was thinking about the other day. But in terms of like daily earning, I'm still making $80 a day in depth, which is nuts. So here I have $47 to claim for the morning in depth token. I mean, even at like a chart which has come down some ways, I'm still making incredible passive income on this project. This has been more than successful. It's a fantastic project, and I do think it's got legs to continue. And I hopefully have enough now that I can burn. So 1,157. What I'm planning to do is I need to burn some depth. I need 1,125, so almost there, and then I can increase my earning once more from 544 to 729. So that's my plan for depth as well. Well, Inkclaw, I think I'll just finish my talk about this by getting some Inkclaw. Why not? Inkclaw is this one. Must be this one. Always when you're checking these things, definitely be careful. So this is the same one I was looking at. You can see market cap 90,000, trading volume 3,800. And we go straight to PancakeSwap by taking the contract address from Inkclaw. Then we go to PancakeSwap, and then we buy the coin. I think I'll use some USDT and we'll get some Inkclaw. Paste it in the contract address. You'll find it here. And then we can just grab some, right? So let's take like $250 and we'll get the Inkclaw. Nice. So always check your slippage. Security first. I'm putting in 250. I'm going to get 250 out of that as well. And we grab that token. Nice. Okay, WiseDJ, I'm ready when you are. Oh, I need to increase the slippage.
One second. Let me just get the video. So first I have a video covering the Sui City event, and it talks a lot about the things that went on there. And the sources that I used were all official, and also the YouTube channel has a playlist, the official YouTube channel. So, and I use Notebook LM to do the start of it, and then after that I do After Effects and things like that. So, hold on, I didn't share my audio.
Okay. One off note, I needed 5% slippage there to get the Inkclaw, which means it might not have a V3 pool. It might only be V2. Interesting. But anyway, and Brett says, don't forget broccoli. I didn't see them announce broccoli yet, so I wasn't sure if it was public yet, Brett. But, that's why I didn't say it, because that's a big market cap coin. And that definitely could be a big flyer. And they're going to have cake, I believe, as well.
Absolute heaviest spenders, the most.
Okay, so I need to put your screen up early if you want to do your.
Yeah, coming right up.
Sui Ball. Sui Ball won't come till like, for normal people, Brett, Sui Ball won't arrive till like after summer. So
if you have one on pre-sale, the registration is May 30th. That's when you need to register your address for it to get sent. I bought two of them.
But then it won't arrive till after summer. They're going to be giving to like Sui influencers, and then they're going to make some product things. Then they're doing another sale of Sui Ball.
Well, I bought mine on the very first pre-sale, like the first pre-sale of the pre-sale of the pre-sale. I think I might get one sooner.
That's not what they said. Let me find it.
Because they've had more than one pre-sale.
Yeah, here. Major announcements. We're excited to share a massive update. Let's dive in. Nice.
They're actually included in the video that I have, and it gives a demonstration of it. It's pretty cool.
Okay, yeah. So May 7th is the beta testing by trusted community, as in Sui influencers. Then June 30th, your claim portal opens, which is when you're allowed to claim it on chain. And then in September, the first devices are going to be sent. But that will be, so after summer, basically, will be the soonest you're possibly going to get your device. But usually with things like this on Sui, like remember how long it took people to get the Sui Play? Like some people still haven't got it. It's 2 years later. So
well, they fixed the Sui Play. The Sui Play was upgraded and fixed, so it was extra long, because the one they have now is way better than their original version. The one they have now is awesome. And with the Sui Ball, I believe I'm included in the KOL group, even though I'm not a KOL. It's because I supported them way early on, because I talked to them like indirectly, like direct messages, not just as a fan.
Well, hopefully you get it early, but for normies, I would expect it September to November. Probably you'll see it, but it's a ledger for SuiChain, which is dope.
It's actually it's basically like an Apple Watch. It has way more functionality than just doing hardware transactions, and it also supports Bitcoin.
Yeah, it looks cool.
You can even have games on it. It's high quality materials. It's really nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it. I mean, I have the whole set. I've got the Kudus ring. There's the Kudus ring. I've got the Solana mobile. I've got the Solana mobile, and now I'll have the Sui Ball. Got to catch them all. The Sui Ball vids and accessories are so sweet. I'm glad I got in the pre-sale. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. And then I can take all the SuiTrump that I'm never gonna sell and just put it in there and then throw it in a drawer, which would be nice. I don't think I'll wear it as a watch. It's a little. I think it'll be massive. I think it's gonna be a giant watch.
Yeah, it is a little ridiculous to wear as a watch, but the fact that it has more than just like hardware wallet capabilities, like you can play games and stuff. Oh, you ready to play the thing?
Okay, movie time with WiseDJ. Hope everyone's ready. Get your popcorn ready. Remember to smash up some likes on this channel and do not pay attention to what Brett Hartman said earlier. Okay.
And it's not just going to be this video. It's also going to be a video game demo for SuiTrump, 2 different kinds, first-person shooter and then a 6-game arcade that's going to be available for everyone to play for free. So
Okay,
I will play the video first.
Okay, picture this. Imagine a future where the absolute heaviest spenders, the most active traders on the entire internet, aren't even human. We're talking about a completely mind-bending reality where non-human AI agents act as the primary financial actors. We're talking buying, trading, and executing thousands of economic transactions every single second. They call it machine GDP. Well, welcome to today's explainer. We're going to be unpacking some absolutely fascinating sources from the recent Sui Live 2026 event to see exactly how their presentations outline a blueprint for this exact reality. All right, let's just dive right into it. We're going to unpack the Sui ecosystem layer by layer today. We'll start with beyond a fast blockchain, then move into frictionless digital dollar rails and shared on-chain market infrastructure. After that, we'll explore the machine economy arrives, decentralized data and storage, and finally wrap up with a $1 trillion migration. Section 1, beyond a fast blockchain, shifting from a single layer 1 to a comprehensive stack. So the absolute core thesis coming out of the presentations at Sui Live 2026 is that Sui is no longer just pitching itself as a super fast execution layer. Instead, it's positioning itself as a fully programmable infrastructure for money, markets, and autonomous software. And to really understand this architectural fantastic metaphor at the event, think about the traditional Uber blockchain model. It relies on fixed network capacity, which basically means when demand spikes, you get hit with surge pricing, or in crypto terms, massive gas fees. Contrast that with the Google search model. Google uses dynamic capacity expansion. It horizontally scales to meet literally infinite demand without punishing the user. The source material points out that Sui differentiates its entire architecture by scaling horizontally, just like Google search. Now, to really wrap your head around the sheer scale of that dynamic capacity, consider the number 20,000. That represents Sui's stated single account transactions per second, or TPS. To put that into perspective, the source material notes that alternative chains max out at roughly 969 TPS for a single account. When you're trying to build an infrastructure that's meant to handle the automated financial flow of the entire internet, that dynamic capacity is an absolutely monumental difference. Moving right along to Section 2, frictionless digital dollar rails, native stablecoins, and real-world utility. So moving up the stack to the money layer, you know that building a global network requires native, stable dollar rails. You simply can't build everyday commerce on highly volatile assets. It just doesn't work. So the ecosystem features USD Sui, which is a native stablecoin issued by Bridge, actually a Stripe company now. Then you have massive integrations like Paga, directly connecting USD Sui to real-world payment needs across Africa. Add to that RedoPay, which enables stablecoin payments for over 7 million users globally. But honestly, the real standout feature, zero gas fees. Sui literally enables moving these stablecoins at absolutely no cost, making a massive push into zero-fee remittances in everyday commerce. Let me share this specific anecdote from the source material because it just perfectly illustrates this practical speed and utility. Imagine it's a Friday afternoon. A space company urgently needs to move $3 million to Brazil. But you guessed it, traditional banking is freezing up for the weekend. At minute 0, they make the call. By minute 30, a traditional wire transfer clears into Bridge. And by minute 37, those funds settle in Brazil via stablecoins and the local PIX network. 37 minutes. That right there is the real-world value of bypassing legacy friction. Section 3, shared on-chain market infrastructure, building the primitives for trading and liquidity. Okay, so we've got the base execution layer and the money layer. Now we move up to the market layer. Because builders really need shared infrastructure so they don't have to reinvent the wheel or the order book for every single financial app they create. Deepbook Predict Alpha brilliantly illustrates this. It gives you continuous strikes, meaning custom market prices are computed dynamically on demand. It has native ranges, which lets users trade pure contracts, like predicting Bitcoin will stay between $80,000 and $85,000 without having to buy separate trading legs. And finally, leverage, meaning maximum capital efficiency is built directly into the smart contracts. This shared primitive is basically positioning itself as a Trojan horse to eventually bring traditional, highly complex options trading directly on chain. We also definitely have to touch on a real game changer, Hashi. This protocol aims to bring institutional-grade Bitcoin collateral directly into the high-performance DeFi stack. It's designed to unlock BTC-backed lending and yield on Sui without relying on centralized wrappers. And crucially, this is huge for institutions without triggering adverse tax events. Which brings us to Section 4. The machine economy arrives, agentic finance, and the future of commerce. Now, this is really the climax of the massive paradigm shift discussed at the event. We are shifting focus to the agentic layer. At Consensus, they referenced a famous Mark Andreessen quote, but they adapted it for right now. Software ate the world. AI is eating software. We are seeing absolutely explosive growth in AI agents performing thousands of tasks per second. But think about it. Every single time an agent ships code, invoices a client, or manages a supply chain, it's executing an economic transaction. So that brings up this absolutely crucial question. How does an AI agent open a bank account? The crazy reality is they can't. AI agents lack KYC, they definitely don't have passports, and they obviously don't have social security numbers. They're entirely locked out of the traditional financial system. So to function at all, they require permissionless, instantaneous, on-chain financial rails. Enter protocols like Beep and WaterX. They step in to provide these AI actors with the ability to trade, pay, and execute super complex workflows instantly. It basically works in 3 steps. Step 1, query. The agent queries multiple apps for pricing or availability. Step 2, find route. The agent independently maps out the absolute fastest, cheapest digital route. And step 3, execute. The agent executes all of those steps atomically via a payment intent. And that means 0 side effects. If one part of that complex workflow fails, the entire transaction safely reverts. No harm, no foul. Section 5, decentralized data and storage, giving artificial intelligence a memory. So while Sui handles the high-speed execution, AI agents and complex apps still need a place to securely store their state, their history, and their context, right? They need a memory. And that is exactly where Walrus comes in. It's a decentralized storage and data availability protocol developed by Meiston Labs. Think of it as the programmable data layer and context memory for the entire Sui ecosystem.
Network, by the way. It's not a third party, in case anyone watching doesn't know that.
It is the absolutely critical storage counterpart to Sui's execution capabilities. To really grasp its early capacity, just consider the number 467. That is the number of terabytes of unencoded data Walrus processed in just its very first year on mainnet. That completely proves its capability to handle the massive AI datasets, model artifacts, and media that this new machine economy is going to generate. Section 6, the trillion-dollar migration, institutions, and the real-world asset influx. Let's zoom out for a second to the macro vision. All of these layers, the speed, the stable coins, the market primitives, the data storage, they are all preparing for a massive, massive shift. The institutional panel projected $100 trillion real-world asset migration. Yes, trillion with a T. Moving the world's real-world assets into programmable on-chain environments requires compliance, scale, and abstraction. The panel was in total agreement that abstracting away all the clunky complexities of crypto is absolutely mandatory if we're going to capture these projected trillions in traditional asset migration. So, pulling this whole shebang together gives us a complete picture of the ecosystem stack. Down at the base, you've got execution powered by the Sui network. Moving up, money and payments driven by USD Sui, Paga, and RidoPay. Then market infrastructure shared via Deepbook and Hashi. Above that, AI and agents utilizing WaterX and Beep. And finally, data and storage secured by Wallace. It really is a comprehensive, fully interlocking system. Which leaves us with one final pretty provocative question to ponder. As AI agents evolve into autonomous financial actors, is the infrastructure that you rely on ready to support the trillion-dollar machine GDP? It's a fascinating reality. It's rapidly approaching, and understanding these blueprints is absolutely the first step to being ready for it. Thanks so much for joining me for this experiment.
SuiTrump is the only Trump coin on Sui. Second place is for losers.
SuiTrump is definitely going to be on that list of important projects, and the SUEDEX as well. They just haven't caught up yet. So now I need to unshare that and switch to something else. So give me a minute. You still with us?
Yeah, that was so the part about the deep USDC, the Sui USDC basically. Yeah, that's what I want to try and get leveraged into prediction for victory markets. So it would be using their USD, the Sui USD coin, using the Deepbook prediction layer to build that out on SUEDEX is what I'm planning to do.
And I, from what it sounds like, they're not just making USD Sui gasless. They're going to make all stablecoin transfers gasless. From what I pick up, I'm not positive. USD Sui for sure, but it sounds like after what they said, it's going to be any stablecoin. That's $1.
Nice.
Okay, so now I also have something that I programmed with the Codex Windows application 5.5 from GPT. And I got to get that because it's in a browser. Because I wanted to share my whole screen, but then it'd be echoing. So just pull up the right window. Because this thing's pretty cool.
So it's a game that you've built.
Yes, I built it 100% myself. It's pretty primitive. I can throw in some more like higher definition artifacts if I supply them myself, but this is just like a prototype shooter. So can you see it?
Yeah, let me put it up. All right.
So this is the SuiTrump first-person shooter. The enemies are fake news and other standard Trump things, and like bots related to crypto, and Trump has blue skin. So let's go. They come in waves too. So after you beat like the first wave and you're picking up Sui coins. Oh, yeah, because I started in the middle of the game when I paused earlier. So this one should have better.
That's pretty cool.
And you can play this with a mouse or with the directional keypads, and it's also going to be available on cell phone. So like once you beat the first wave, like see how they just spawned again?
Yeah.
And it will also have sound, but that's pretty good because it is a 3D world. It's not just like the other ones.
So what are all these objects like bridge and ammo and things?
They're just video game assets. I didn't want to tie it into the blockchain at all. Like I wanted this just to be fun. It's going to keep score. And then this right here is a whole I call it a meme coin arcade, and it has 6 games representing SuiTrump. And then if you click on the SUEDEX victory side, it has 6 games representing the SUEDEX, where the main character is the horse. But I'm still working on this one because the horse looks a little not very professional, but all these do work. But the SuiTrump one is cool because since he's a meme coin, he can be ridiculous because you could see the Flappy Bird. It's just a blue bird, and he has the Trump comb over, and that you can play with just the mouse. But of course, it's Flappy Bird, so it's pretty freaking hard.
You're on the screen of the SuiTrump FUD run though.
Okay, I gotta start over again.
You might need to change screen.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, because I have to change it for each thing I do. Okay.
Yeah, because like for example, like with the Trumpagotchi, we have the an XP system, so we could launch a competition for the FUD run. Highest scorers, win from a prize pool. That could be quite
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, that's why I made it. It was like I considered this the demo version because what I wanted to do was have this be something that we could market to other projects. They don't even have to be on Sui because the way I made it, there's 3 sprites. There's the hero, the coin, and the color scheme. So that way the game's already done and you would just be replacing the characters because it has the same movements. And if you notice, the only media that I put in myself that I made is the Sui coins. So that's why when you look right here, this is actually pretty high, definition because that's a Nano Banana 2 image of a Sui coin. So I can do the same thing with the Trump Bird and with any other thing in this game. But this is just a demo. So are you seeing the screen now?
Yeah, are you playing?
Okay, no, not yet. I just want to make sure it's showing. So you just click the
Get
button
flapping.
and it's freaking, this game's always been known to be super hard, but you can
Yeah.
get the rhythm of it. I've gotten pretty far before. Plus, I could always make it more forgiving. But see, once you get on a roll, you can start
Oh yeah, you're
picking
flapping.
up points. And then let's see, there's Tower Hop. That's basically just it's the same thing as like they have on like the poop things.
Yeah.
And it was on Hunter X. I probably got to slow the speed of that one down. And Track Dash. So this is like Subway Surfer. Oh, I moved too soon. And these will have sound as well. So you're getting the coins.
Oh, you were doomed there. Doomed.
Oh yeah, space to jump. Okay, I got it now. I wasn't jumping. Yeah, I suck at my own games, but this is just a prototype, but just showing you that they all do work.
Where's the horse one?
So that's when we go to SUEDEX. So basically, it's all the same games, but with a horse. But the horse looks a little.
It looks retarded.
Yeah, it kind of looks retarded.
Yeah.
But basically, it's a duplicate of all the same games as the Trump ones, and you can switch it over. All you have to do is go right here because it's the same website. And when you click here, it changes to all the SuiTrump games. And then you click here in the SUEDEX V3, and it changes it to, it's all the same games, but it's a horse, which I'm going to put a custom, image there too. So that is that. And then I also have, Trump made some imitation bills on X. So I thought it'd be funny to make some SuiTrump bills, but I have to redo my screen again.
Lynn Traction says, "I'd love to play this with others." Yeah, the FUD battle would be really fun if
it is
different
available
people
as
come in.
multiplayer, but because I'm
Nice.
doing it locally hosted, I can't play against myself. But I'm putting it on a website, and it's also going to be in the Telegram. All of this will be playable on Telegram and a website as well.
Nice.
Very soon. So let me just get my screen to the picture viewer.
So we have 14 entries into the NF3 giveaway. If you are interested in winning an NF3s, then type hash NFTREES into the live chat and you might win. 14.
And if you want free SuiTrump airdrop, go into the SuiTrump Telegram. I'm actually live streaming this in that Telegram as we speak.
Oh, really?
Also at the same time. But you have to like and comment and subscribe to whatever one you're looking at it on, preferably Richie's YouTube channel, because that's the most popular venue we have. But you can share mine. I have just some pictures to show first. And then after that, it's just a PowerPoint presentation.
So what's this?
Are you seeing it?
Yeah. It's like a word map.
Because I don't see it on the stream on my other computer.
It's like a word map of different.
There it is now, sir. Okay. So this is just the Everything of Things by Sui. It's just, they're not just a blockchain. They're not even a blockchain because they don't have a block. They do parallel transactions, because that's why they finalize instantaneously, because they finalize with math, not with going through a single file line. That's what makes it so much different. And then this is because Trump actually put this out as a real tweet. Like, he really did this, where he put himself on there. So I made it blue, and I made some other variations. I got the actual SuiTrump, and then if you look here, it says SuiTrump right there.
Yeah, very nice.
And then I'm going to change this to like the Sui network governance body. And I think that was, yeah, this is the original one. This is the one that he actually posted. He really posted this like a maniac. So that's what I was saying. You chose the right meme character, because he's doing this. This is from his Truth Social account. You see right there. That is not fake. I did not Photoshop this. You can look this up. And then we have some infographics that I made from the same set of information that we were looking at earlier, just as a visual display, because I'm going to be posting this on my X account. I am streaming this on my X account as well on WiseDJ. If you want to have some of these things, I always allow people to use anything that I make that's promoting Sui Network. You're welcome to use it. I don't have the download block on mine. You can download anything I have and share it. Full permission.
Okay, picture this. Imagine a future where the absolute heaviest. Okay.
And let's see, I think these were the pitch decks. So I have to reshare my screen again. Be the last thing, I believe. Let's see that. Can you see the
I'll put them up. There you go.
yeah,
Star
so
says great info and graphics WiseDJ. Yeah, thank you WiseDJ for the class. This is his last. After this one, I'm gonna have to go. So this will be. We'll watch this pitch deck, and then I'll draw the winner for NF3s, and then I've got to go. I'm running a food festival today with my. Well, I've got stall at a food festival. For
yeah, so I was telling people, like, once the stream's over, if you want to know more about this stuff and more about how to use AI professionally, there's ways to do it to save money. You don't have to pay for things. You can get them for free. Like, I can explain to you, you don't need to sign up for those things where they charge you money. You should learn how to use API keys, custom wrappers. You should learn how to use like ChatGPT Codex or Claude Code. You got to be, this one's pretty cool actually, right here.
Oh yeah.
You got to be learning like the next thing that's coming up, or you're going to get left behind. Like, you know, this has the date of the Sui Live, much better visuals.
Yeah, that's good.
And then
Glassmorphism, I think it's called.
They do have cinematic videos, which are pretty wild, that I could just show a quick one real quick, see which one's the smallest.
For years, blockchains competed on a single metric, speed. But executing transactions quickly doesn't organically create a global economy. A
It's not on the cinematic though.
Is a highway with no exits. Replacing the heavy, entrenched systems of traditional finance requires 3 distinct pillars: stable digital dollars for settlement, shared order books for liquidity, and massive storage for complex data. Historically, the crypto industry tried to piece these requirements together across different isolated networks. That fragmented approach leaves developers
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can see it. It's like a bunch of crystals.
Could you hear the audio though when it was playing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so these are the cinematic ones. These are much more, you know, they move around and stuff, but they still need more polish.
stitching together clunky workarounds instead of building on a coordinated, unified tech stack. At Consensus Miami 2026, the conversation around the Sui network shifted. During the Sui Live event, the ecosystem revealed a coordinated design, moving away from scattered application announcements toward a deliberate full-stack architecture. Sui's execution layer uses an object-centric design, allowing digital assets and programmable transaction blocks to lock together and execute simultaneously. This creates a native substrate. Developers can interconnect complex financial components directly into this spreading foundational grid.
Pretty
Sui
trippy.
operates as a high-performance foundation built specifically to house heavy institutional-grade applications. Building a heavy financial engine requires a stable unit of account. Sui addresses this with USD Sui, a native digital dollar standard issued through Bridge, a Stripe company. The blockchain industry chased a single metric: raw speed. Fast Layer 1 networks were high-speed execution environments that operated as disconnected digital baths. They could process thousands of transactions per second, but they lacked the financial rails required.
All right. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go up. Yeah, today I've got a...
break from that isolated model. This
I think it's still playing. Yeah, I've got today I'm running a stall at Food Festival, which starts in 2 hours, so I need to go set it up. So I'm going to have to run.
that synchronized movement
Still
suggests
playing. I'm gonna have to run. But we're gonna announce the winners of the NFT. So we have 15 entries into it. So you have 30 seconds left to get into. Brett Prince says, I jumped in stream late. Do you know price picks on BTC and Sui already? Yeah, same. Down to like 60, 50K BTC and 60 cents Sui is what I'm looking for. I'm still thinking we'll go down. Is my prediction.
I feel Sui has a better chance because it's turning into a utility-based.
Yeah. Well, like once Bitcoin's finished its cycle, then Sui will do really well. But I still think that we're not at the end of the bear. But we might be. Hopefully, if we are, then that's great. But I don't think so. So NFTs 15 left. So anyone who has not entered hashtag NFT REES, you can win a 25 Sui value NFT. You have 30 seconds left to enter in. So any stragglers, I'm hovering around the draw button. So if you want that NFT, definitely you need to get in right now. You have 20 seconds left. Time is ticking.
And anyone in the next couple hours, if they go on the SuiTrump Telegram and posted proof that they liked or commented or something, they will get an airdrop from myself that Richie provided with his own funds. Again, all transparent.
3, 2, 1, let's draw. Okay. And the winner is... Brett Prince again. Oh my God.
Bro, he wins. I swear to God, he has incredible luck. Brett wins everything.
Jesus, man. He won like the SuiTrump raffles. He's won endless raffles. He's won lucky raffles. He's won giveaways. And now he's won himself a tree FT as well. So congratulations, Brett Prince. You are now the lucky holder. I'll get that sent to you and you can enjoy looking at it and holding your intangible yet tangible tree NFT. Okay, so I'm gonna have to run. Gotta get in my car, load up loads of stuff, then get to the bar, pick up loads of things. We're selling a pistachio flavored tiramisu, which is called Pistamisu, and we're doing a shawarma wrap as well, and some beers and things. So if you're in China, then come down to the food festival.
So for me, yeah, check out x.com, WiseDJ, it's on the screen. Also TikTok, it's WiseDegenerate. After this, I'll post all the links to all the stuff I was just showing in case you want to see the full videos and more of a deep dive explainer of everything I was mentioning, because the Sui Live event was really monumental, and a lot more stuff about the AI agent things, because Swarm Network coin Truth has been going parabolic, which I think has a lot to do with that.
Which is great. Good to see. Okay, guys, I will see you next time, and thanks very much for coming in, WiseDJ, and preparing.
As always, my pleasure.
And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Don't get wrecked.